Technical difficulties, folks. We are getting things up and running. So while I'm working on this, oh, we're having mechanical difficulties. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast. Oh, why you gotta do this, cameras? Why you gotta do this? Trying to locate the point of failure, you know, as you do. Assuming everything works today. Resumes working today. We are going to be playing some I'm on observation duty creepy camera game. I just need to figure out why this application no longer connects. I know, right? Why does it do? Why do you do this to me? Let's see. Yeah. I get the impression that it is this one that is misbehaving, but I can't tell. There are a lot of intermediary programs that can fail here. And sadly, this is one of the important ones. Let's see here. Are we missing? I was curious. Tracking is down. Tracking is down, which is why we're getting no movement. We're getting no movement. Isn't that great? Look, kitties jingle keys. But we are working on it. We are working on it. Indeed, kitties. Let's see. Sammy's up in the tree, and the rest of them, having said that, have, hidden. Like, why are you sitting there, Ember? Ember very actively off camera. There she is again. Ember likes the texture of the canvas on that table she's at there. Let's see. Oh, looks like Molly and Sherbet are in the play area. They're just hiding from the security cameras again. Should be a firewall exception already. We are streaming, so that's the same network. I love this. I love this. We do have, our schedule rolling. I got everything up and running, and stuff got to break down on me. Stuff got to break down. We'll keep juggling things, see if we can get them to behave. Because this should be the easy one to connect to. not. So a standard thing about tracking with the models is a lot of times you use intermediate software, since webcam tracking is kind of the least reliable, and then you can flow from there. Like, this is not accepting a connection. Oh boy. I know, right, Flexi? And long time no see. Long time no see, and unfortunate that now is when we see. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Well, if I can, hammer this into submission, then everything's going to be fine and dandy, and it will be great. I see, I see. Network, reveal to me your secrets. Okay, it's definitely there. It's definitely running its stuff. Is it? Can't be right. Not as much. Oh. The intermediary software that I use is Vitamins, which isn't like the one that you often see referenced. A lot of times people will use things like VC Face. I use Vitamins because it has a JavaScript like interface for editing the inputs instead of the personally really wonky drag and drop the input curve interface. And it has been working wonderfully up until now. Just lovely, lovely. But right now, no, not so much. Isn't that great? Because it's acting like it's not accepting the connection. Which is extra weird. Hey there, Dodds. Welcome to VTuber Technical Difficulties Simulator, the hot new Steam release, and the long line of, we got us a generic physics engine and some basic assets, let's make a simulator. Hello, Ember. So at the moment, our observation duty camera array is cat camera array. Let's see. What could be going on here? Let's see. For reference, if you're on widescreen, camera 8 is the upper left, because that makes sense. Not because it's the 8th camera visually, but because it's the 8th camera that was configured. The order of the cameras in widescreen format is, let's see here. Oh, well, and we have one of them has flaked right out. Oh, I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that. Oof, just a second. Oh, well, that's not what I want to show you either. Yes, that is a mini air hockey table. Mason really likes the mini air hockey table. Molly really likes the mini air hockey table. Mason expresses the like of that by laying on it constantly and playing with the air hockey puck. Molly demonstrates that by stealing the air hockey puck and hiding it. Is there a setting? Let's see. I know. Hey, Laura. Let's see. What could be throwing this off? I'm attempting to repair software in real time. Is the correct thing. It is on the network. It's an outgoing connection. It's not receiving. It is not receiving incoming internet here. That is the right IP address and MAC address. It is acting as if the app doesn't want to actually send information, because as far as the program is concerned, it is connected. Oh wow, play area camera was like less than a frame per second there for a little bit. We saw one of the cats kind of 3-stage teleport through. This would explain it. Molly and Sherbet are playing, and Ember is kind of deciding if she wants to join in on the periphery. Processing. I mean, normally I don't get to use I don't get to operate in the shutdown mode as frequently or as for as long. Hello, Ember. All the kitties are being pretty zoomy right now. Even Sky, the way he's posed right there, he is perched and ready to jump or swing at something. Okay. Are still connected at the right IP. There has to be something going on over here. Still there. It's like it's not sending it out. Oh, oh. All right, we're... Oh my god. What? But what's different? Oh. Okay, so this is kind of karmic, I think. So I missed coding yesterday because of internet. And I'm guessing the world said, well, you haven't had enough weird as all get out errors to try to solve and not have any explanation for. So here's some extra. You got out of it last time. Here's your compensation. The wildly summarized and not necessarily accurate DODS is kind of balance for your actions. Generally, it's stuff like you did something bad, and here's something bad that happens to you in return. The I must have been a terrible person in a past life kind of thing. Okay, let's see. That took us 30 minutes. Well, that's going to be great for numbers, don't you think? Let's look. In real time at my failure. Well, he says that, and people have actually been hanging out. Thank you, people. Thank you for having faith that I would eventually unfail. But let's try again. Welcome, everyone. Today we're going to be playing Observation Duty 7. We're going to be starting the gas station level. Once again, we are not pushing to complete the levels before we move on. Each new day, we're jumping to a new one. I do want to complete them. I do like this kind of game, but I also don't want to face grind it. That's right, Taz. Fail upward. With any luck, I'll start failing forward as well, and I'll get kind of a trajectory. All right. Let's see here. Buttons. Buttons I should be pressing. Yes. Okay. Yes, failure orbit, and if streamer news, especially around VTubers, is concerned, failure re-entry is definitely a possibility. Okay, gas station. Ooh, let's just quickly look at the remainder of the levels here. There's also museum and factory. Hey there, Alt. You are not joining us late in the stream. You are joining us at the beginning of the working part of the stream. Our game dev does continue in the background, even if we didn't stream it. I am starting the process of getting an asynchronous loading system up for the files so that I don't have to manually enter a load order. There are a lot of little oh man, look at all the things on the shelves. Oh, all the stuff. Horrible moldering food, and oh man, he can't see it. Yep. There is a ice cream case here that doesn't look healthy. Hey, somebody set up a little skateboard ramp. Spray paint will definitely change. Same with this corner. There is another sane graffiti. S-A-N-E. Hopscotch numbers, those are definitely going to change. Oh. If we don't have something creeping down the road. Let's get this first fail out of the way. I'm hoping to get some updates on the cough tomorrow. Having some tests run. With any luck, we'll have some new information. Oh, steam or fog in the parking lot. Anybody ever see the sadly short-lived TV series or the movie rendition of I think it's The Mist, a Stephen King one? General gimmick being there's sort of a fog cloud that rolls in and otherworldly monsters appear out of the fog. And the primary focus of at least these renditions of it is that you have people holed up in a gas station or a convenience store kind of thing. I feel like the movie version was pretty good. The series I liked, but it felt like the series, well, they cut the series short or didn't get as far, kind of thing, you know? The sad truth about the streaming era is that they act so fast so frequently that things tend to get cycled potentially faster than they need to be. This is our first cycle through, so we are missing so many details. All of the details. Haven't heard of that, Dodds. If you're on the Discord, pop through like the suggestions forum or one of the other like visual media forums and pop a link. I'll try to take a look. Is that always closed? Probably were, but you know. If you look at my profile on Twitch, Dodds, there is a link to a LinkTree which has all of that stuff off of it. Discord, YouTube, all of that goodness. Patreon and coffee, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Might have to shrink the model a little bit so you guys can see, but you can kind of see the ice cream machine here. Hey. It'll be shameless self-promotion once I start pushing Gamer Sups and Raid Shadow Legends. Can start pretending to play Top Heroes or something. The fact that they have not... the fact that these companies have not only been doing what amounts to asset flips of the same thing, that whole, you know, the entire basis for that, so you want to play those game, that these companies have been asset flipping those constantly for their advertisements. But now they are AI generating their advertisements. There's one that shows this fantasy map pointing out like cool starting points and whatnot. And the maps are clearly AI generated. And nothing to do with the game. If we ever get sane people in charge of enough countries, like that'll happen. But perhaps we'll get regulations to cover that kind of thing, where it is, yes, you are a platform and you can host ads, but there needs to be a mechanism for people reporting flagrant false advertising. We lost odds. Inevitably. That was our first cycle through. I mean, I kind of, you know, outside of game world, I do kind of favor Cyberstan over Super Earth. Cool, Dots. I'll try to take a look. For games or any sort of suggestions like that, I always try to take a look at them. It doesn't mean they'll show up on stream or anything like that, but I do try to take a look at anything that shows up in the boards. For those that are fans of Helldivers 2, apparently the new Warbond dropped. It is the definitely Judge Dredd Warbond, including an outfit that is very much a Judge Dredd outfit and a pistol that is very much a Judge Dredd pistol. And it is, Tass, we were talking about that. It does fire little explosive mini rockets and can auto-track. 3-shot burst can auto-lock. Is very cool. Everything else in the pack is very much riot control. And, Super Earth riot control. So it is super taser, electrical discharge kind of riot control. One of the times maybe I'll play Helldivers on it, but it's... Helldivers is a play with friends game. At least for me at this point, That said, though, Monster Hunter Wilds at the end of the month is getting its next content drop. And I believe this is when they're going to drop the Lagiacris or whatever it is, the kind of water snake lizard thing. It's one that people wanted in World rapidly. I don't know if they've joined us today, but there is somebody who watches the streams and then re-watches them and points out the things that I missed in the comments, and I love it. I believe in the cabin, I at one point commented how the clock is actually keeping time. With what the time is in game, the time in the lower left. There was a point at which it wasn't. It was not keeping the same time. The brake lights on the car were on. There was another moment where the benches around the kitchen table had slid around a little bit. And that's part of the enjoyment of this game, is when you see something where it's like, that's so subtle. It's so sneaky. There were 3 of them jammed together, and I really only noticed because of how impractical it would be to have 3 of them. Yes. Hey, Barbed Wire. Good to see you around again. I'm expecting those prices to be different at one point, but I don't recall what kind of money they're based in here, because it's definitely not, freedom bucks. I suspect this newspaper can be altered at some point. Is there always that face staring out of one of them? Yes? Okay. It's going to be something creeping out of either the dumpsters or the shed or both. let's see. Okay. We have super duper grade for, I'm guessing that's decimal indicator there. We have super duper uber grade. Then we have super. And then we have 95 with crap parenthetically after it. I found one of my lights, so at some point I'm going to get the secondary light wired up so I can turn the lights off in the room. Is always there? I recall driving around in an area where somebody had rigged up a single car, like it was very much a jerry-rigged operation. You could see like tanks and tubes sitting on top of the thing, running down into it. But they had a grease or oil recycling. Like they had a kitchen grease recycling engine for their car, so it always smelled like French fries when they drove by. I just appreciated the almost modern steampunk vibe of it. How it was. It was like it was like parts that they had available to make this, not like clean engineered. I mean, possibly, but it was clearly like the engine of the vehicle ran on it. Not just that it was a collection thing. Grease traps are one of those. Restaurant grease traps are just one of those odd. Oh, shopping cart. Odd concepts that you don't think about but make sense once they're described, like their full function. But simultaneously horrifying. The fact that these places will have these like trenches out behind them that fill up with, you know, essentially liquid fat and food chunks. Was it positioned that way? It would seem so. This is also the kind of game where in the middle of the conversation, you will have little non sequiturs like that. So there's a car here. And I think the car was always there. I keep blinking and I keep seeing the camera flickers. There's like a bush here. And I can tell you it's not any clearer to me. Okay. So something in the road area, the visually was swapped. Something went missing in the cafeteria, and the parking lot also had a visual swap. Okay, I say that, this time we'll pay attention, but let's be honest with ourselves. It is not that kind of day. We are not locked in. We are locked out. Someone also described what some of the, like one of the anomalies in the apartment is an intercom will start saying something. I can't remember what the language, it was like Finnish maybe? But it wasn't anything super creepy. It was just presented creepy, Oh, I think this sign got turned around. But maybe not. Gaslighting the game. Auto gaslighting the game. Maybe at the break I'll try to fetch the light so I can swap that around. We'll see if it disrupts our tracking or not. This is the self-gaslighting game because you start to tell yourself that something was the same when it might not have been, or that something is different when it wasn't. And it's in a gas station, so bonus. That one was there. Was this always here? Sign, whatever that is. Route 120. Super duper. Those are the same. I know. No barbed wire. It's already at that stage where it's like, what's happening? Okay, that's definitely something there. The can was spinning periodically, and when I clicked it to do the report, it spun and took the marker with it. I thought I was just seeing camera flicker out of the corner of my eye again. That is more akin to some of the early observation duty games, like the prior ones. We got a lot more things like, a chair slides when you're watching kind of stuff then. Is that always right there? It would seem it was. Well spotted, barbed wire. My eyes definitely rolled past that, like, yep, there's the crosswalk. Two chords there. I'm definitely going to have to adjust the lighting in here. I'll have to see if I can do it without the tracking breaking. I think. Maybe it moved. Tricky. Let's cycle back around. That could be it. There is there's a pamphlet on the windshield there. We're getting very few things, but we are finding things. It's going to be a bit to learn the layout on this one. All right, I'll have a good evening. Oops. Hello, Sky. Yes, hello. Oh, we got a triple on the bed camera there. Trying to keep an eye on the text on this. There was something on that shelf, right? Yeah. On the little... I presume those are like lotto ticket, like fill it out yourself forms. Maybe? Because these look like scratch-off game kind of things. Hey, Donald. Things are going relatively well. Painful technical difficulties at the start of the stream, but things are going well now. And my internet isn't out for like... isn't still out after just most of the day. There was a dude creeping behind the car. Oh. Shoo. Your number one fan, meet the stalker. They are 3 there. Sky is heading towards the tree, and Ember is in her spot. And Molly is sitting on my feet. Oh, okay. There were, like, travel mugs there, I guess. Okay, okay. What's this? You always there, traffic cone? There is a lot of focus, but do not worry if you want to chat or something. It's a little something there, but I'm guessing it's just the base of it or something, I guess. That's a smudge on the screen. Rush hour at the gate. The report is rush hour. Ah. They're doing a good with the subtle shifts like that. The hopscotch thing? Yeah, I should be paying more attention to that. I'm also watching the names of the fuel grades. Probably just forgetting the, yeah. Keep an eye on the number of trash bags, you know? It's got super duper, uber, super, and crap. Shoes from the power line. Extra pump. Yeah, the first time I noticed that, it was just like, there's no way you could fit one in there practically. Hopscotch is an anachronism for me. I know what it is, and I know what it looks like in general, but I've never actually looked up how it's played. Like, what is the mechanism? There's some sort of like things are put in the squares and you skip over those squares, but I don't know why. Or how you decide which ones. Backyard. Camera malfunction, cafeteria. Camera was missing. We've been tripped up by that one a couple of times, the missing camera. Sometimes when I'm streaming this game, you will hear me just repeating the camera location, so that if that happens, it's like, wait a minute, that's not the right one. And it can be important because the anomalies might be appearing in that. It should be hot dog, coffee, hot dog. This is different. I, for one, welcome our new overlords. Neil. This... not an image anomaly. Is there always a box of cans there? Quick cycle back around. Not too surprising. Hey, but we got 12 that time. Something with a door in the backyard, one of the images in the store, and something at the gas pumps. Okay, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to see if I can get the light set up during this break as well. So, might be a little bit longer than normal. Gonna get this wired up here. Might work. We're gonna test it for a moment here, folks. Verify here. We've still got some flicker. Okay, that might be working. Dim it a little bit more. Just to test. How are you doing, ma'am? Quit it. Okay. This should help at least the atmosphere on my side. Hey, Laura. Okay, let's absorb the scene. Hello, Sherbet. Those plants. Oh man, this is much easier to see. I'd have to remember to do this just for eye strain purposes. May need further adjustment. Let me know if the tracking gets wonky. Still have to work on the ears. They're a little twitchy. More so than normal, you know, the movement's not smooth. But yeah, I can actually see things. Oh my god. Of course, now I'll have to figure out how to protect that USB cable from the little gremlin at my feet. So this door or that door had to be something. Maybe one of the doors on the vehicle. Oh, it's Red Guy. He is drinking from the pump. Well, there's Red Guy at the gas station. Isn't that neat? I don't know if you guys could hear it, but there was a definite sucking sound. Really does feel like eventually the content of this sign or of the hopscotch thing will change. What is the line? I wonder what my my duty of care is in this situation. Like, he's paying for the gas, and clearly that's how he wants to use it. Do I need to stop it? It's a puzzle, you know? It's weird. I think some of the tracking is, yeah, some of the tracking is diminished. I'd have to tweak that further. We'll get that next go around. Actually, we'll get that right now. Do. Gotta check it a little bit. Look at a couple of things while I'm doing this. Yeah. I don't need your tutorial. I understand. Now, it's a little better. It's a little better. Yeah, that might have to do for now. That'll have to do for now. We're trying things. We're trying things. I use Logitech products for some of my stuff, if that's not apparent at this point. Lights on the car again. Yeah, I think if I reposition that light for some future content, I might be able to get it. The problem is the positioning of said light. That's what we need to work on, because I've got... It normally has some problems tracking the software that I mentioned that I use because of the scripting, because it doesn't pick up some of my facial motion very well otherwise. And mouth movement is one of those, and having a high vertical shadow does not help that. A high above lighting. Was there always a product shelf in the breezeway? Something feels off here. Like... Weird. We'll circle back around to that. Something feels wrong in the store. Backyard. Here. Crosswalk. Extra pump. Really isn't a VTuber stream unless something goes technically wrong. Potentially wildly, you know? Again, like, self-gaslighting the game, but... This doesn't feel right. It feels like there's more space here. Pictures, labels, ice cream. One habit I'm trying to get into is to not cycle the cameras too fast. You know, really take a moment to look around. Because moving faster isn't necessarily going to reveal them to me faster. This has definitely been there. The Coke bottle has definitely been there. Travel mugs, we got our coffee cups, we got our 2 dispensers. All the signs seem right. Newspaper, cup, mug. Is there always an extra chair there, though? Implies a 3rd chair. I guess so. Graffiti, 4 vehicles, ramp with stuff. think that shadow is throwing me off there. Yeah. Scotch, vehicle, cone, 3 bags, kerosene can. Super duper, uber, super, crap. Shoes. I still love that last fuel crate. One, two, three, and 4. Spinning can. Close can, open, close, sign. Sign, 3 mucky windows. I don't know, I live in the US. There's no way in a gas station you would have product in the breezeway. Lights are flickering in here. Well, let's take a look once we cycle back around. It would seem so. Yeah, I can see a separate one over there. I guess that's not fair. I mean, most of the time, there will be things like antifreeze and similar products out in front of a gas station. Reaper vehicle. Right, let's loop back around to that one, Taz. Let's take a look. Yes. Barbed wire, sorry. Yes. They, like, rotated. Barbed wire keeping us on our toes with the store area. So that has been changed to serve. We have a couple of alien themes with this location. One of the posters changing to "I welcome our new overlords" with a little planet logo, and then a gray style alien with "serve" under it for the graffiti. Scene. Dumps. Always 2 dumpsters? so. Label, sign, signs, sign, car. Shrubberies and trees. Can is spinning again. This one I only noticed now because I saw that out of the corner of my eye and dismissed it initially. And now whenever I see movement there, I can lock on to it a little easier. Ice cream. Like P. Ulan snacks it. Always there? Was that light always there? Guess so. These kind of games almost make you start to hallucinate. Oh, is that moving? Stuff. We just hit our 3. Yep. The chair amongst the ones that I thought was an extra chair is actually now missing. Oh, so sneaky. But that's part of what I love about this series. I feel like there's got to be more that can go on over here. Seem right. Yeah, we have a fail imminent here. No, that was there. Something on the hood there. Like a metal bar or something. The piece of paper missing from the little shelf. There. We are just barely holding on. There is definitely going to be something on that road. It's like in the cabin, the guy slowly skiing towards you. Kitties continue to zoom around in the background. I am really happy that Molly likes to play with Sherbet. It's making him more sociable. We'll try this door next. Apparently that's correct. Three. All right, what'd we miss? Something was removed from the backyard and the gas pumps and the road. We were missing 3 things. Good times. Molly is getting settled in near my mouse hand, and I need to be very... Was this missing towards the end? That sign right there. Okay, no, the spatial layout of this was correct. I was just deluding myself. The chair, there's 4 here, 2 there, 3 there. There is absolutely a manager somewhere in the world right now berating people because they couldn't notice that a small bag of chips was missing from a shelf, you know? Somewhere, almost certainly in the United States. Sign. Should start getting them right about now. There's some wiggle. Signs. Caps are how I remember them. That's good. That's correct. Okay. Definitely missing something now, though. First one has to be active. Yep. Second light post on the road. Where is it? A light? Okay, that counts as a light anomaly. The light was out. It wasn't, the pole was still there. Sometimes there's like effectively like a syntax to what you're doing. There are some of them that are very specific call-outs. The intruder kill condition ones usually have kind of a, you have to deal with these in the proper way. But some of them are down to understanding what you're actually saying is wrong. Oh. Are you an intruder or a dead body? Dead body it is. There was a bit of a sound and the corpse got sucked under the car just as the report finished. Kind of a slimy sound. Okay. Signs seem cracked. Lights. Car. Isn't that normally 120? Yeah. It's normally 120. It was 60. I don't like that. Changing numbers, it doesn't count. You don't get to just change numbers. It's not an anomaly. That's BS. That's what that is. These... The green one's always the top under the... I think they were. Abyss in the cafeteria. Okay. It looked like a person slowly standing up initially to me. And we got the report jammed marker, which is even more concerning when it might be an intruder. Mine seem cracked. 4 and 4. This over this way a little bit. Okay. Sneaky, sneaky. Is it hiding now? Oh, spinning can. This is still one of the things you have to be cautious of, is it can be tempting to report and move on. But especially in this iteration of the game, you do not want to move to a screen with an intruder without being able to act quickly. Because some of them are, like, as soon as they are visible, they're a kill condition. Yeah. Parking lot. Should be backyard. I had to press a button. A guy's face on what looks like supposed to be pet food. Yeah. Normally it's a little pug face. It was a dude's face. That's a subtle one. The fellow had a very pug-like face. Scotch, cone, papers, car, door, and 2 dumpsters, garbage bags, 3 garbage bags. Grades are correct. Shoes, 2 lamps, lamp, car, route number. UFOs in this sign. It's UFOs over pyramids instead of the goats on a mountaintop. Very alien theme here. See, pug face, not dude face. Footprints. All right, we're spotting some new ones. Still something I really appreciate about 7 is there is a huge variety of things. You will see duplicates, but you will also get runs where there is nothing you've seen before. Backyard. Road. Oh, Car. Anybody get a look at the driver? Meet the car. Oh, that looked like the green Jeep that pulled out of the parking lot during the rush hour event. That one was a nice slow build-up, wasn't it? Correct. Paper stuff. ED. This paper is always there. One of the anomalies is that paper going missing. Model. Pizza. 2 slices of pizza on the cardboard. UFO. Illegal aliens in space. In space. Invaders must be reported. Stop the alien invasion. You know, this game came out far enough in the isn't so new. But at the same time, there's some real vibes to that these days. Space Border Patrol has got to be a trip, you know? Hey, red guy. Like it's a fun thought exercise when you think about it. Is how could you have easy borders if we're not talking a setting where you have things like, you know, hyperspace inhibitors or something like that. If people what are there was a definite like inflating balloon sound when I started reporting him. He's the second one that dodges that we've encountered. in the spa, there is a severed head. New cans in the back shelf in the store. Is it an object replacement? The middle shelf, these two? I'll give it one more go here. Oh, in here? Or do you mean these red caps? Those have been there. Like, these have been there, I think. Give it one more try. Do a cycle while we're waiting on that. VD has changed. It's the worst when it feels like something's wrong, but you can't pin it down, you know? Choose grades, 2 signs here, thingies, lamp, 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 sign, 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 and sign, car. Two pumps, 3 and 4, not spinning, sign, and sign, and sign. Glowy looking 1, spilled 1, closed, open, closed, sign, and sign, 1 and 2. Rift in the store. Rift is just like Abyss. It's a kill state. We haven't had something odd with the shelves yet. I feel like that's inevitable, barbed wire. I wonder if the stalker's like the lurking guy in the pool in the spa. That if you don't notice him, he gets closer and closer to the camera. Until the final time that you cycle and you should have seen him, he just jumps out and kills you. Like, you need to notice him soon enough kind of thing. Or whatever these little things are, they're missing. There's something at the base of this. I don't know what it is. It's kind of circular. Whatever this is. Sides, pumps, doorways, garbage cans. Like, something's got to go wrong on these shelves. It's getting awfully quiet. Feels like we have missed some shoes. In the tradition of this game, in the middle of anything else you're saying, oh, look, a toaster. Just immediate thread break, you know? I know the detergent was there. I know these what look like burger boxes are supposed to be there. We got 3 active. We have 3 active. There. Oh, pamphlet. We are dangerously close to victory, but also to failure. Lamps. This is the furthest we've made it. We made it to 5. 19 of them. Nice. There's something extra in the cafeteria. Fog started on the road. And something with a door in the backyard. Okay. This one is feeling easier than the cabin, at least. Okay, center shelves. Nothing wrong there. What was extra in here? Or if a central hubcap appeared. Parking lot. We have seen a good variety of them on this one so far, though. These good times. Playing through Deltarune off stream, and the Toby Fox and company have not lost their touch. In pretty much every way that the games are known for. We'll see new stuff in this one, though. It's just... Red guy. It's kind of comical. He is a consistent thing across all of the maps. I mean, him inhaling from the gas pump is less awful than what he was doing in the cabin. Or bedspread. Are overlooking something. Definitely not reported something that's active. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, he's got a pug-like face. He's the guy that they would get to play the pug if he were in that Lilo and Stitch live action. Shoes. I have an easier time seeing the can if I'm looking away from it. I'm pleased, but also kind of surprised that we haven't had more with this area. There's been around the periphery of the place instead. See if side camera can, or table camera can spot her. Of course, I switched it. She's moving. Pizza. Let's loop back around to that ad. Let's double check. I think that's a hot dog one. Yeah. Hot dog, coffee, 2 hot dogs, coffee, hot dog. Fog in the parking lot. I like the fog. Especially if you can get a view of it from up above, then it can be real pretty. What I'm hoping for is if something's wrong here, that it's going to be really, like, it's going to be like a dude crammed into the shelves or something, you know? Not so much the jump scare worthy aspect of that, but it's more apparent once you notice it. Pamphlet. I believe that pamphlet says you won't believe or something like that. Is there always this stain here by the hopscotch? / shadow? Apparently so. Prince. We have to have at least one active right now. And we've had a door anomaly in this area twice now that we haven't been able to spot. Signage seems correct. 3 lamps. Pumps seem to be correct, as do the advertisements. Oh, yeah. Something wrong going on. I mean, that's the whole point of the game, but you know what I mean. Camera malfunction in the parking lot? About abyss in the parking lot, since it's pure darkness. Okay. There was an abyss growing and we didn't see it. Well, now we know abyss is not a kill state in this one. Hard. That Jeep there is, I think, the anomaly one. Hug 3. Oh, it's not Hug 3, that's Huge. That's Huge Man's car. That's gotta be what that is. As we know, he's made a return appearance. He is a puzzle or trick state intruder in this game. It's not just you have to report him a few times, there is a special way to report him, and if you get it wrong, it's a kill state. Ah, such classics. I gotta figure out what that door thing was. Signage seems correct. Box, nothing extra here. Those are present. It is definitely possible that we can get just objects on the shelf are wrong. We have seen that before. The cabin had a few of those. Cups are missing. They're those little, what is nowadays often referred to as a Stanley cup, or is it a Stanley or was it something else? I don't care. The little thermal mugs, I hate that became a fad. That a product that had been around for a protracted period up until that point had somebody mention that they liked it, and suddenly what had been a cheap product became ridiculously sought after, while simultaneously the cheap versions were still the car will appear shortly. Okay, let's look. Is it the same vehicle? Will we get to see the license plate? Ah. I hit it too soon, but I really think that's the same Jeep. Maybe one of these times I'll throw a run away to see if we can let that car hit us and see if we can spot, huge man driving it. Those are flickering. Why are they flickering? Probably just a rendering anomaly, but still. Not the kind that we're looking for. Gotta be a couple more that are active yet. Scotch cone, 2 things there. It's there, and there. There it is. The handle is jiggling. Oh, that's subtle. That's so subtle. Well spotted. Okay, well, that's a victory for this run regardless of how it turns out. We have finally identified that whatever that was. That's been in the fail list twice now, minimum. Okay, so what is the thing? Oh, you again. Yeah, when you start reporting him, he starts holding his breath, and you start to hear like a rubber stretching sound. It's another one that I kind of want to see what happens if you leave it alone too long. Like, does he explode? Just like previously, this bothers me. These weird kind of mishappen shapes there. Feels like there's something wrong there, but I suspect it's just that I never really paid attention. Lighting in here. Light is flickering. As long as we are steadily knocking one out at a time, we're still in good shape, you know? So few things that happen in this one. In the store area. UFO. Like the kind of twofer you get there. We've definitely got like 2+ active still. I think that's replacement. There was a different thing where it was. Yeah. It was a little can on its side, not a glowing soda bottle. Dead body. And dragged under the car. The fuel grades have got to change at some point. There has to be some, goofy text replacement or something. These shuffled. The glowy one was on the left side. Whatever this blue shiny one is, it moved to the middle. It kind of rotated like these machines did. Which calls out even more, this is a source of failure. Those are definitely going to be able to move around. Changes yet. Fog on the road. Sign, thing, bulls. Extra pump. Okay, we're about to hit 5. 1 hour to go. Can we make it? The 8 ball says no, but, we're going to give it a go. And even if we're not catching them every time, catching them at all, you can just keep one ahead of the whole operation. That's enough to win. These moved. Right there. That could easily put us down at a 1-2 state here. I don't think we just knocked ourselves down to 0, but... one can hope. One can hope. Signs, lights. Object. We are so close. Footprints. I feel like what we're doing is we're hovering around 2 to 3 right now. No, probably 1 to 2. And we're ticking back into 3 and then finding it, we can find one more thing, I feel like we can win. Lights on. We are close. Give us an obvious one. Sign. UFO sign. All right. We got it. We got it. What kind of fuse is that? Complete the gas station. Ooh. We finally won one. There's a hard mode, by the way. This is normal difficulty. There were a couple of times where my tracking probably threw off because I'm like leaning in my chair, trying to look at the screen differently. All right, let's at least see the museum. Museum will still be our target for the next one, for the next time we play. But we're going to do at least a round or so of it. Major outbreak of anomalous origin at the Museum of the Arts. Multiple night guards and reported by night guards. Paintings changing appearance, furniture missing, statues becoming animated of their own volition. Despite this, the director of the museum has yet to suspend entry to visitors or take any administrative steps otherwise guarantee their safety. All right, Barbed Wire, thanks for joining us. All right, lots of pamphlets. Oh, that's a cycling screen. That's a cycling projector. That's mean. That's going to be an issue. Plans, trash. 2 black, 3 red, black, red. 2 chairs and a monitor. Oof. Is that a cherubim? I can't remember what kind is the multiple rings of eyes around an eye with lots and lots of wings kind of angel. But that is a biblically accurate angel. Yeah, these statues are going to be a problem. Angie baby. I don't like you at all. Just no. That is a woman walking away with her neck at 90 degrees, spun 180 degrees around. This falls into the school of, why would you own that? Just gonna take a... That's going to be the actual image, isn't it? That is the actual image. That is what it normally looks like. These t-shirts are just I love museum. Not art, not history, not particular museum, just museum in general. They're fans of the concept of a museum. The way they describe it, with the emphasis that the director isn't like closing the place despite the call-outs. The implication is that they have intentionally brought like anomalous stuff. That screen and all of this mess. Different colored chairs, too. This is a tricky one. There is a lot going on in the screens here. This is also a different viewpoint into the place with the food. I mean, those statues are going to be doing all kinds of stuff for us here. It does have kind of a look of him making some sort of gesture, you know? No, it's not a different viewpoint, just coincidence. All right. They seem to have stepped away from that a bit. Was there always a sandwich left on the table? Or perhaps a cake slice? It would seem so. Yeah, for this first pass, I got nothing. I wonder what the statistics for poison control hotlines are for people concerned about the consumption of wax fruit by children. Like, you know, little Timmy ate a whole bowl of decorative grapes. What do we do? Okay, now it's changed. That sandwich is rotten now. There is an active clock. We do need to pay attention to that because this time needs to match this time. Or it's the wrong time. Seriously, this is going to change to something completely benign. It's just going to be like happy face emoji. It's desk 3. There were 3 plants here, but were they in that position? It would seem so. festive guy, angel, camera with laptop, pamphlets, coffee cup, 4 with 2 black, red, and blue. Angie baby. There are so many of these where the anomaly is going to end up being it looks normal. Like, it doesn't look terrifying. Yeah. It went from, like, person standing with a sheet, like, blowing across their face to just some guy. We have a heavy mix of things that look regular and things that look very strange by default. There are only 3 pink glazed donuts? It would seem there were more. Like, that whole mess in there, that's a problem. These are a problem. This reminds me of that detective game where the guy has a paranormal detective company and you have to... It was kind of like single-player Phasmophobia kind of vibe. Oh, yeah. Let's check something real quick here. Okay, next round. You know, I'm going to take a quick break and then we're going to continue. And we're back. Got time for some more rounds. Alrighty. This time we're really gonna take it in. Understand. Gonna fail hard. Okay. Track lighting will be another oddity. I remember that, I can't remember what the first episode where they introduced them is called, but the Doctor Who Weeping Angels. You know, the quantum state collapse monsters. I like to think they're just insanely fast. It's just when you're not looking, they are sprinting right at you, you know? I wonder which came first, the SCP Peanut or the Weeping Angels? They're both the same general thing, just the Peanut is intentionally grosser. The Peanut has a bit of a hat on the hat. That's actually a problem with a lot of SCPs. Like, one part of it is plenty compelling, but they have to stack them. It wasn't cool enough to just have that one thing. Is all this chattering distracting me from actually absorbing the content of the game and almost certainly causing me to fail? You bet it is. Am I going to stop? Probably not. This is the way. Just the gimmick of this one is excellent. That can't possibly be an extra object there. Yeah, it's like a tiny coffee stain. Train of thought was derailed. There were no survivors. Is that always right there? Yes. It could be an entirely extra step ladder. There's two things on the cart. Apparently. Oh, no, I like the concept of this place in that there is a heavy intentional mix of objects that already look anomalous. Things that are just straight up weird by themselves. And that is what they're supposed to look like. Oh, okay, well. Okay, so it didn't look normal. They made it worse. Okay. The creepy guy in the picture actually picks up the phone and starts, you know, speaking in tongues. Yay, we got one thing. Got a thing. I mean, at this point, you know, Recall, was this always a severed head thing? It wasn't. The guy in this picture, his head was cut off and at his feet. Again, though, that by itself was not enough to be like, that's completely out of place. And especially not when you put it next to that statue, which is normal for this area. Just throw that out there. Of course, they wouldn't make their display symmetrical as far as stocking. They'd just have an extra one out there. I wonder what that thing's going to turn into. Kind of has a vibe of nothing up my sleeve going on here. He's like pointing at his other hand. Or, well, he's pointing slightly below his other hand. Okay, weren't there 3 non-pink donuts? No? Okay. So much going on here. Aren't they? The entire concession area is going to be a problem. There's a body in that bin. Canvas wrapped and tied up body. Okay, it's not a complete shutout. As our goal in this kind of situation is just not to completely lose. I'm hoping that it's not numeric with these. Yes, that is Ember and Molly. Molly's head is kind of on Ember's tail. Ember is more on the heating pad and Molly is off of it. Wonder where red guy's gonna appear this time. I'm guessing in here. That's gonna be my guess. Let's find out. Image anomaly in hallway, maybe? Something moved in the statue gallery. That could be it. Something was altered in the cafeteria, and one of the images in the gallery was changed. And we're going to keep going. Let's do another. At least the one more. Pamphlets. Potted plants. Gallery, statue gallery. So something moved in here. This is the round gallery. So something was altered in here. The gift shop. I hope anything that happens over here is obvious. As that's going to be a problem otherwise. Three. Ah. Yeah. Some of these things you'd think would be obvious, but it's what the game relies on, is your ability to just kind of overlook small details. Like you see the whole room as one pattern instead of a lot of little details. There was a point where there was a double metal detector where it shouldn't have been during our first or second run through. Somewhere there were extra metal detectors. Can't recall precisely, but I remember seeing extra ones at some point. Seems right. Layout of almost certainly incredibly stale food seems right. Pamphlets. I think it might have been here, where instead of just one, it was a double. Oops. So many things. Just a straight up rough one. Else. This is okay. No, I think I was seeing it here. We're always a double one for in and out. That was always that way. The stepladder is not an... Well, I'm sorry. It's not a... Didn't move. Check. So I did object movement last time. Maybe it's not supposed to be... Okay, it is. It is there. It has been there. Okay. In our butts. Nothing. Okay, one of the statues moved. Something was altered in the lobby, and something was altered in the round gallery. Oh dear. Oh dear. You know, I think this is going to be a good stopping point, though. Our next time we'll pick up with the museum again, though. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one. Very nice. We actually won. We cleared the gas station on normal. I don't care, though. It was a victory. After not managing to clear the apartment or the cabin, we got the gas station out of the way. Museum's going to be a hard one. There's a lot going on there. Does remind me of more of the cabin, as far as just there are a lot of little details stacked up in places. But we'll see. It might just be a matter of, well, it is just going to be a matter of repetition. Okay. For the next stream, there might be one tomorrow. If it is, I'm probably going to do a coding stream and try to make up ground as far as what we missed yesterday. But it is not certain. I do have some things that I need to attend to. And they might run later or not. We'll see. With luck, I will learn more about the cough, though. Oh, I hope you had a good time playing Observation Duty with us, folks. It can be... It's a visually engrossing game. I try to chatter with it just to also kind of break the focus a little bit, keep the tension a little lower. There's plenty of jump scares and whatnot to be had. It's just you don't want to wear yourself out, you know? Oh, but otherwise, hopefully the schedule will hold true for the rest of the week, which means we're going to have some more 100-line and still more coding. Now, with all that said, I do hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.